Jim. It's so great to see you.
Hi, Lisa. It's nice to see you, too.
I realize I'm only seeing about half your face.
Yes, well, I'm at the library today, and, here in person, we're still following COVID protocols, so it's masks for the time being.
Great. So what have you brought me today? I'm really excited.
So I have several editions here of the 12 Keys of Basil Valentine.
Keys, you say?
Yes, they're called clavis, keys in the original, and there's 12 steps from the beginning to using the Philosopher's Stone to transmute lead into gold. So here's the first key. What you see is there's a king and there's a wolf jumping over a furnace here.
So what do the king and queen represent?
So the king represents gold. That's pretty clear from the text and the operation described. But the queen is something that must be joined with the king to make the Philosopher's Stone, and that's not identified.
So what's the role of the wolf here if he's jumping over the furnace?
The wolf is to purify the gold by dissolving it in molten antimony, because the wolf represents antimony. And the reason for that is that native stibnite, from which antimony is derived, had a kind of hairy appearance. So it was gray and hairy, and when you made it molten, it would dissolve anything. So it was considered the ravenous wolf, which would devour all things. This is the second key. It's about making aqua regia by distilling salt, common salt, and saltpeter to make aqua regia, which is a combination of hydrochloric and nitric acid. So here's the third key, and in the foreground you see this dragon, and in the background there's a fox eating a rooster, while a rooster on the fox's back is eating the fox.
So this is really the whole process, start to finish.
That's right. And the interesting thing about them is that, for the first three keys at least, we know more or less what they mean and how to do them. We also know that the last key, throwing the Philosopher's Stone into the molten lead, which is called projection, which is how you transmute in the end, also doesn't work. So Basil Valentine knew the operations in at least the first three. He aspired to the operations in the final key, but somewhere in between he goes from being able to do it to not being able to do it, and we don't currently know exactly where in that sequence that happens.
So the first few keys are all kind of practical operations. They've been proven in a modern laboratory, but at some point the process falls apart and we don't know where?
Yes.
So these keys are really kind of a mystery.
That's
Very
right.
Cool.